Greetings everyone, I am Kartosael and welcome to a new episode of KartoCraft. Please enjoy the view for a while. Alright, that's long enough. Obviously I'm on my island and I've done some terraforming. Meaning I made it look a lot less like a flat dirt disc. Now it's a dirt disc with some terrain in it. So I've got some hills and some lower parts. I didn't want to make it too hilly, too much with valleys and stuff, because this is going to be, you know, lots of buildings are going to be placed on this island, so it wouldn't make sense to make it a lot hillier than this. I also might let the terrain ramp up here into the sky a bit, give a lot more depth to it, but I might be overdoing it as well, so I'm not quite sure about that yet. We'll see. If you run out of space, we'll sure to do that. However, this really is dirty at the moment, so we want to add some grass. Luckily, while enchanting, I got this thing. It's not that good of an axe, to be honest, but I did manage to get some grass blocks, which really helps. So we're going to plump those down. That won't be too riveting. So I'll just do that and see you in a bit. The grass is now planted all across the island, and it's now just a matter of waiting for it to grow, which of course we're not going to do in this episode, because yeah, that would take quite a long time. I placed only 9 grass blocks to cover this entire dirt thing, so that will take a while. However, I've also been working on the bottom end of the island, so the part where the smooth stone comes in, and I'll show you that. I haven't gone very far though. So I've got this. It's not a lot, I know, but it's quite a painstaking business. The general gist of it, I eventually went for the spire kind of island, and these spires are not randomly placed. Everywhere you see one of these things coming down on the surface, there's actually a hill. So that spire, tallest of them all, actually is right beneath that hill, which is the highest of them all. And that hill has one, and that one in the distance also has one. And right now I'm also going to put one over here. Actually, mostly to show you guys how I do this. Oh dear. So as you can see, this is just hollow. I might eventually solve that. I have an idea on how to do that, but I would first have to finish the bottom parts. Let's see. Oh, frame rate issue now. So the other spires I just dug down, there was that hole immediately, and I place some water and go down and start working on the spire like so. I'm not going to make it too big, something like this. So these bottom 3 smooth stone you might actually see, and these cobblestones there will be inside and won't be visible from the outside. To make that a bit more clear, I will show you one of the spires I have already been working on. As soon as I get up. There we go. And the grass is slowly spreading. So this is the scaffolding I made. And here you can see the inside of the island at the moment. So I started off using netherrack, eventually switched off to cobblestone. You pillar down, and this was my attempt of actually filling up the island. And how that created an obsidian block we will get to. So this just goes down, and oh, I don't have a lot of stone on me. I can show you how I do it. This entire construction. I started off just using scaffolding and going there and stuff like that, but that really turned out to be quite annoying to do. Quite impossible actually. So I decided to take a different route. Route. Whatever. Let's see. There's no spire between here and there, so that's just going to be smooth like that. You go like, I want this one to be a bit lower. Something like over there. And let's hope I can make this. Wow. So this is the inside. This is the outside, you can actually see. So go up a bit. And go out. And up a bit. Out. And maybe go out one extra and up and out. And you continue doing that until you reach that. And as you can see, we need to go up a lot more to get a curve like that. Actually, that one didn't go as I hoped, but it adds some difference to the entire thing, so that's okay. It's pseudo random, so you don't completely plan it, but you don't just do something either. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Still need to go up a bit. And now we can go outward. Like so. And up and out. As you can see, we're really close now. This one might actually be a bit too steep over there. But that's not too much of a problem. I have a bit flatter area over here. Oh, and I run out. That one doesn't need to be there. And you just do it like that. I'm not going to do all of this on camera. In fact, I'll probably start building on the island itself before I finish this, because this is a really boring task. I thought the other base was repetitive, but this, man. However, I trust that the end project will be, the end result will be quite nice. If you're wondering why that pillar is over there, it's to give me a good view of the place. I thought we had a skeleton, that would be bad. So first I'm going to sleep to make sure that nothing spawns around me. I hope not. There we go. So from down here, you're always looking at this side of the island. So I had no idea how the elevation actually looked like from a distance, you know, because we will eventually have more islands, and I want to know how this island looks from those perspectives as well. So here we go. Well, that grass is spreading really nice, and the more it has spread, the faster it will spread, so that's good. You can see very well where I placed all the grass, and you can see the elevation as well. So that's all nice. As I said, I'm not going to finish this part on camera. I'm going to do that off camera. However, there's one problem, because I really want to start working on the base itself, on Kartonia. So the actual building of buildings instead of the island. But there's a little problem I'm encountering, and that is I don't know what kind of style buildings I want to place down. Because this is going to be my storage island. So I will have greater majority of all chests on this island. Not in one single building like a bank or a vault, where what I usually have done. But I'm going to make this some sort of shopping district. So little tiny buildings everywhere. And each building has a certain set of materials stored. Like something like a sawmill that stores the woods, and something like a forge that stores the cobble and smooth stone and stuff like that. However, I'm in doubt as to what style I want to build those buildings. The two main ideas I have in mind right now are medieval, which is kind of, well, it's okay, but I don't know. And more modern, which is lots of glass and light colors, which is going to be a pain as well. So yeah, what do you guys think? Should we go medieval? Should we go modern? Or something else entirely? I would appreciate it if you'd let me know. I also reinstalled this water stair thingy because you don't want to know how many times I fell down there. Anyway, back to our other base. And we're now at a chicken farm. As you can see, there are many chickens, and I must say it works really well. As you can see, we have loads of eggs. Accidentally killed one chicken already. And they keep dropping more and more eggs. In fact, it works really, really well. I've used this design many times before, but without the hopper, and that makes a world of difference, I can tell you. Because if you're just AFKing somewhere and you come back and you see 2 rows of eggs. Anyway, what I want to do, however, is change the way the dispenser works, because when these 2 rows are full of eggs, I kill all the chickens and put them both into the dispenser, and of course it takes a long time to press that button. And I don't want that. So I'm going to try and automate that a bit. First I'm going to kill the chickens. It'll give us some peace and quiet as well. Release it a bit. And somehow that chicken never dies, but today it died. Well, whatever. There you go, and they should fix that. Plenty of eggs. And is this going to... Ooh, experience. Oh, not bad. Let's take the dispenser. And the button, yes. So we're going to try and automate it. I see, already forgot a crucial component to do just that. While trying to get that one, I can explain it a bit, I suppose. So I am going to make it out of 3 parts. There's a redstone clock involved, one that gives out a pulse every so often. There's of course a dispenser, and finally there's the connection between the two. And I'm going to use feedback so that the dispenser only fires when there's actually something inside of it. Otherwise you're just wasting everyone's bandwidth if you're playing on a server. Is this going to work? No. Oh, bummer. I'll just break this one for now. There we go. Alright, first things first. For this we're going to need redstone. Let's make some more. There we go. We're probably going to need 6 torches, I believe. No, we're going to need more. We're going to need at least 1 repeater. Well, I'm guessing it's going to be more. We need 1 comparator. That's I'm sure of. There's only 1. And I'll just make a couple of repeaters, although I'm not likely to need this many. And we actually need torch as well, so. And building blocks. Alright. So here's a dispenser. Pretty obvious. I'm going to put a comparator right here. So whenever there's something inside, it will light up. The more there's inside of, the more it will light up. And by that I mean if we pull a line and we put this in, you can see it reaches there and no further. Also put this in, we still have that. And we still have that. That should work. Yeah, now it goes all the way to 3. So remove this again, goes back to 2. So the more you put in, the further the signal actually goes. Farther, further, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say, I hope. And next, of course, is the redstone clock. I had this set up pretty nice, I just can't remember how, which of course is stupid. Oh yes. Oh. Like this. I'll get back to that. First I'll just give a small demonstration of how I build my redstone clocks. Like this, and I'm running out of space already. Man. Cramped little area. No, I just did it wrong. The repeater over there, set to 2, and like this. As you can see, it now, if you put this here, this one is on, off, like so. You can slow the pulse by increasing this one, you can increase it even more. If you put it to 1, it's going to cease. Still fast. This works just fine. And let me see. How should I do this? Yeah, let me remodel this for a while. Reposition the clocks, that's alright. Yeah, about this contraption, this redstone torch, when you place it, it's on. So it powers this little redstone, it's connected to it. And that powers this repeater. This repeater then powers this block and all blocks adjacent to it. That's rather important to know. Just demonstrate that somewhere I can, because leaves don't allow for redstone on them. So if you have a power source and a wire, and put that into a redstone block, then this won't work, as you can see. Let's put some more torches. This is being powered, because if you power a torch, it becomes unpowered, and vice versa. So this torch is powered, this block is powered, but not the blocks adjacent to it. However, if instead you use a repeater, not only is this block powered, but also all blocks adjacent to it. Of course, you redstone pros know this, but it was quite a discovery for me. And what this is all about, I will explain in due time. So, that's why this little redstone thing is getting powered, but this wire has absolutely no connection whatsoever. It's not connected to that. It's just a loose redstone, like this. Connected, not connected. Because of that, it actually acts much like a power source and powers this block. Because this block is powered, it will turn off the torch. Turn off that, turn off the repeater, turn off that block, turn that off. And because this is no longer powered, it will turn back on. And this goes in a cycle of about 2 to 3 ticks, which is 0.2 to 3 seconds. Now if we hook up, we can do it in several ways, but no, there's only one way. If we hook it up like this, you can hear the dispenser is firing at quite a good rate. However, because this thing is firing all the time, you constantly hear that noise, and you can hear it from quite a ways away. As you can hear, I can hear it over here, very dimly, but if I go to the mine every time I'll hear it. And this redstone clock can be a case of lag, so that's, you don't want to have this running all the time. So what you can do is put this torch and this down. Now the entire system is frozen solid, because this is continuously powered, so this is never going to be unpowered and the cycle cannot continue. If you break the link, it will work again. And it stops. This torch and this block and this comparator are very important. As soon as I put something in here, this becomes powered, powering the block, unpowering this torch, and thus removing the lock from this mechanism. That's just... it should be firing. Oh no. The reason it doesn't work is because this block is being powered by a comparator, meaning that this little thing is also getting powered. Let's see if we can remedy that. We can. Just takes an extra repeater. It does give an extra shot, but that's okay, in my opinion. So it should be one cobble in here as well. Yep. Now, of course, to test if it actually works, I'm going to throw in the full stack of eggs. All 9 of them. It's quite cumbersome, but and here's still hoping I won't shoot my chicken as well. It works. It actually works flawlessly. Almost flawlessly. Well, that's a lot better than keeping that button pressed for a minute or so. Getting ready the next batch of eggs. So that's how you can make an automated egg dispenser to further increase the quality of your chicken farm. So I'm going to just wait here until the eggs have been shot. Alright, back to our island in the sky. It's all grassy now, which is good. And let's go down. Also been working on the bottom side of it a bit, not too much, but I had to do something while the grass was growing. So this is also how I usually do these things. I create sort of a rib to that, to the edges, and to other spires if need be. Let's climb up so you can see it better. So this one isn't done yet, considering the ribs. Well, that one is almost. It has a rib towards one edge, the other edge, and theoretically it would also go to that edge, but there's another spire in the way, so those connect midway. Now there's going to be a difficulty between that spire and that one, because that one will also play a small part in that. So that's going to take some effort, but I guess it'll be alright. Eventually. And here we are on the island. It's all grassy, which is nice. And let's put down some trees just to give it a more natural feel. I haven't got that many trees, and most likely I'll cut at least a few of them down to make room for the buildings. But it would at least look a little bit natural, I hope. I might just cut down some trees just to get the saplings. Yeah, I don't really have that much saplings, do I? And I'll put one tree over there. Oh, there we go. Still looks rather boring. I'm not going to use bone meal on trees because you need a lot of bone meal for trees nowadays. And I don't have that much bone meal. However, I am going to let some grass grow and some flowers. Just to give it a bit more, just to make it, yeah, more natural, more, just to make it look less like it has been placed. Although it technically has, but oh well. So I'll grass this up and be right back. This is the current look of the island. It took me literally all my bone meal just to get this all grassed up, but I managed to do it. Still some places without grass, but I think that's okay. A bit worried about the amount of flowers though. Not all trees have grown yet, so I might fiddle with the way trees are set up here. This is the end of the episode, so what I was working on in my base I will leave for a later time. However, please do comment on what style of buildings you think I should do. Should we do medieval? Should we do modern? Just, I don't know. Give me some ideas, please. You could say one of those two, or you could come up with something completely different. Why not? It might be better than what I thought of. So please leave a comment on that, and thank you for watching, and until next time.